A musical object in Calmus is constructed out of melodies. And in one object there can be from 1 up to 6 different melodies. To load a melody into an object, first we create an empty object here by clicking this button here in an empty window. And then we can drag a melody here, a broken melody, and it sounds like this. And we can add more. We can add a melody based on scales as well. And now it's calculating the content of the object. And it sounds like this. One melody is playing scales and the other one is playing broken chords. The second method is just to play the melody directly into an object. And by clearing out all objects here, by clicking this button, we just start recording, and I will play a very simple melody, kind of a broken chords, like this. And it sounds like this. So how to edit a melody? For example, changing the duration of the melody is simply done by changing the duration of the object. Here in this object, this melody is selected, and it is possible to duplicate this melody. Now we have 2 examples of this melody, and it sounds like this. And it can be more and more. Now we have a string quartet. If we are going to delete a melody with an object, simply select the melody here and go here and click on this delete button here. Now it's 3, and now it's 2, and now it's a 1 melody left. And it sounds like this. The same as before. So, as with the object, it's possible to save individual melodies. And this is done in a similar way by clicking this Save Melody button here and give it a name. And it will go into my library here in this melody library area. So when a melody is constructed and ready for use, it's possible to modify the melody. Here we have a melody with 1 violin sounding like this. And we can change, for example, the instrument. We can go from violin and we can go to clarinet, like here. And we can see when this melody was entered into the program, it was analyzed by the brain, the AI brain, and it came with the idea it was in major. But here we can actually change it into other, like in pentatonic, which sounds like this. It's the same. And now the pentatonic will appear. So by selecting each and individual melodies, it's possible to change one by one. But if we have more than 1 melody, like here, we will double this one. We can change both of them together by selecting two of them, and then we can go into a different scale, like whole-tone scale. Of course, the input is the same, but immediately after 4 notes we will hear the whole-tone scale. And so on. There are 4 types of envelopes controller for each melody. One is for attack time point, which is the rhythm of the melody. Second one is the pitch. Third one is the duration or the density between the notes. And the fourth one is the velocity or the dynamic, how strong or how soft the notes are played. So if we will start here by constructing a very slow melody, here we have a simple melody, now 20 seconds. And if we take a look at the envelopes, we have the pitch here. By changing this pitch here, and this time range is the same as here, we will transpose the melody within the range of the instrument. Very high. And then we can go back here and we can go to the tempo. It's fast here, but we can let it be slower. So it should slow down. And we go to the next, which is the dynamic. We can make it as soft as possible here. And we can go to the final, which is the duration. At the top, the notes will be connected together, but if we go with this down, it will be shorter and shorter duration of each note within the melody. Shorter all the time. Simple way of manipulating the melody after it has been composed. So now we will go into the X part of the melody, which is forbidden intervals and melodic intervals. First we will just construct a very simple melody with whole tone scales. And whole tone scale is just constructed with major second. If we take a look at the X interval here, it's possible to select intervals here, minor second, major second, and so on. And by selecting this, we can avoid certain intervals to appear in the melody. And now we have created a melody with major second, but we can ask the program not to do that. So we are actually making it very difficult for the program to compose with this. But of course, the first theme I played in will consist of major second, but let's hear what comes out of this. No major seconds. And if I will take this back, then we should hear the major second as well as the scale I played.